Think walking 10,000 steps a day is just another fitness cliche. Think again. The truth is, those daily steps hold the key to improving your energy, extending your life, and supercharging your overall health. But let's be honest, staying active can feel overwhelming at times, especially when you're juggling a career, family, or endless responsibilities. The good news, you don't need a personal trainer or a marathon-level commitment. Something as simple as walking is backed by science to be one of the most effective ways to reduce morbidity and unlock a healthier, stronger you. Ever wondered why some people seem to age better than others, enjoying life well into their later years? Spoiler alert, their secret isn't found in expensive gyms or miracle pills. It's about making small, consistent movements that keep the body ticking and the mind sharp. And here's the kicker, there's nothing extreme about it. You don't have to give up your evenings or exhaust yourself with endless heavyweight sessions. This approach is all about balance and working smarter, not harder. So, what if you could transform walking into your greatest health ally? The evidence is clear. Getting those steps in daily could be the missing piece to living longer, feeling stronger, and boosting your quality of life. But how does it all work, and why does it matter so much? That's exactly what we're diving into in this video. So keep watching and get ready to take the first step toward a healthier you. Walking might seem like the simplest form of exercise, but don't underestimate it. It's an absolute game changer. Research suggests that walking 10,000 steps a day can unlock a host of benefits for your body and mind. For most people, the sweet spot lies between 6,000 to 12,000 steps daily. And the good news is, you don't need a fancy gym membership to make it happen. Even breaking up the routine into smaller, manageable chunks. A stroll in the morning, a walk to grab lunch, or pacing while on a call can drastically improve your life. Think of those steps as a daily deposit into your longevity bank. Now here's something that'll make you think. Walking fewer than 5,000 or 6,000 steps per day, especially if you're mostly sedentary, could be quietly shaving years off your life. Shocking, right? This is particularly eye-opening for folks who spend hours sitting at a desk or binging their favorite TV shows. The beauty of walking is how low stress it is, yet it plays a massive role in reducing morbidity and boosting both your health span and lifespan. Imagine swapping just one sedentary hour for a walk in the park. Simple, yes, but it could be a step toward living longer. Here's the kicker. Walking regularly doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. It helps with circulation, supports muscle health, and even provides that all-important mental clarity. Picture this. You start your day with a brisk walk, just 20 to 30 minutes, soaking in some morning sunlight, getting your heart rate up, and hitting several thousand steps before you've even had your coffee. You've kick-started your metabolism and mentally set the tone for an active, productive day. But what happens if you mix walking with a little extra physical activity? Ever feel like your energy's drained by midday? Believe it or not, that dip often comes from lack of physical activity, not just a busy schedule. Regular moderate to intense exercise is a secret weapon for boosting your overall quality of life. It's not about running marathons. Even a quick aerobic session can improve your mood, strengthen your body, and extend your lifespan. Breaking up long sedentary periods with just a brisk 10-minute walk can work wonders. Start simple. Park farther from the store, or take a walking break between work calls. Prolonged inactivity, though, is a silent culprit. Living a sedentary lifestyle, even if balanced by occasional intense workouts, can take a toll. Imagine hitting the gym hard in the morning, only to sit for 8 hours straight. Does that really sound like balance? Adding one extra bout of aerobic activity during your day, whether it's walking, stretching, or light cardio, can break this cycle. Just think, what if you swapped scrolling your phone with a short walk around the block? It's these small shifts that can have huge rewards. Here's where it all comes together. Physical activity isn't just about looking fit, it's about redefining how you live. Incorporating movement into your daily routine fosters longevity and vitality. Imagine this. You've nailed your 10,000 steps, taken short, frequent activity breaks, and suddenly that sluggish mid-afternoon feeling disappears. But here's the next step. What happens when we focus on the heart-pumping benefits of cardiovascular exercise? Let's kick it up a notch. While walking is fantastic, incorporating consistent cardiovascular exercise is like hitting the fast-forward button on your journey to better health. With just 30 to 60 minutes of intense cardio, 2 to 4 times a week, you're not only strengthening your heart, but also improving your endurance and overall longevity. Think of it as turbocharging your health. Whether it's swimming, cycling, or tackling a jog in your neighborhood, the key is getting your heart rate up and keeping it there. Here's a pro tip. If you can carry on a full conversation during your workout, you might not be pushing hard enough. The talk test is a simple way to gauge whether you're reaching the right intensity. For instance, you should feel slightly out of breath, but still able to string together short phrases. Can't quite speak without gasping? Congratulations, you're in the zone. The best part? You don't need fancy equipment. Even a simple stair climb or dancing to your favorite playlist counts as cardio. When you commit to regular cardiovascular activity, the benefits stack up fast. You'll notice you're more energized, your sleep quality improves, and even your mental clarity gets a boost. Plus, studies show it reduces morbidity risks linked to heart disease and other chronic illnesses. Just imagine how impactful 30-minute sessions a week could be for your health. But what happens if you make this part of a bigger social routine? Have you ever noticed how much easier things feel when you're not doing them alone? Exercise is no different. Making physical activity a part of your social routine not only keeps you accountable, but also transforms it into something enjoyable. Whether it's joining a local walking group, a weekly soccer game, or even martial arts classes, moving your body with others adds a layer of fun and connection to your efforts. Suddenly, those 10,000 steps feel less like a task and more like catching up with friends. This is where the magic of positive social pressure kicks in. When your gym buddy or running group is expecting you, skipping becomes a lot harder. Think about it. Would you rather force yourself onto a treadmill after a long day, or laugh your way through a pickup basketball game with friends? That sense of belonging and routine makes it easier to stay consistent. Plus, every milestone, be it hitting a record in steps or finishing your first group hike, becomes something to share and celebrate. The secret is finding something you genuinely enjoy. Not a fan of traditional cardio? Try something unconventional like pickleball, dancing, or even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. These activities blur the lines between exercise and play, making the whole experience sustainable in the long run. So, if you've ever struggled to stick to a fitness plan, consider leaning on your social circle. But being part of a tribe isn't just about accountability, it's about finding joy. And speaking of joy, let's explore how making exercise fun can change everything. Let's face it, if your workout feels like a chore, it's only a matter of time before you ditch it. That's why one of the best-kept secrets to long-term success in physical activity is finding something you truly enjoy. It could be as simple as a peaceful walk in nature, chasing a ball on a pickleball court, or even breaking a sweat in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. The key: forget perfection and focus on fun. When you lose track of time during a workout, that's when you know you're onto something sustainable. Another major reason people quit is that exercise often feels like medication. A bitter pill you force yourself to swallow. But it doesn't have to be that way. Why not turn your daily 10,000 steps into an adventure by exploring different routes or inviting a friend along? You could even gamify it. Use a step tracking app to compete with friends or earn rewards. Small tweaks like this shift exercise from something you have to do into something you want to do, and that mindset is pure gold for longevity. What's most exciting is how enjoyment spills over into other areas of life. When you love your activities, you engage more fully, stick with them longer, and reap greater rewards, not just physically, but mentally too. So why settle for misery on a treadmill when there's a world of exciting options waiting? But making exercise fun is just half the battle. What about your overall approach to health and avoiding burnout? Let's dig into the mindset shift needed to balance ambition and sustainability. It's easy to get caught up in the all-or-nothing mentality when it comes to fitness. For years, many have chased extreme goals, being the biggest, fastest, or strongest, only to realize it's not always sustainable. Enter the menopause, that phase of life, typically between 28 and 45. When you start reflecting on your health and mortality, suddenly, being able to run up a flight of stairs comfortably or touch your toes becomes more important than hitting a new personal record. It's not about giving up on ambition, it's about broadening your focus. This shift in mindset is critical. What good is lifting record-breaking weights if your joints hurt all the time or you're constantly sidelined by injuries? Prioritizing health and longevity doesn't mean sacrificing intensity. It means being smarter about it. Try balancing your heavy workouts with activities that promote flexibility and mobility. Think yoga, stretching, or even a light swim. These exercises may feel less intense, but they work wonders for avoiding chronic wear and tear on your body. Sticking to this approach ensures you can stay active and pain-free for years to come. Here's something to consider. Longevity isn't just about the physical, it's also about adopting a lifestyle you can truly maintain. Health isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Balancing strength training with cardio, giving yourself recovery time, and focusing on well-rounded wellness becomes the key to the future you envision. But even the most foolproof plan is no good if you can't stick to it. That's why understanding what keeps us moving, habit building, social bonds, and motivation, is the final piece of the puzzle we'll unravel next. Here's the thing. Most people know they should move more, eat better, and take their health seriously. But knowing isn't the problem, it's doing. That's where compliance comes into play. Building habits that stick is a mix of psychology and practicality. For starters, find activities that naturally fit into your day. If walking 10,000 steps feels daunting, why not break it into smaller chunks? A quick stroll during lunch, pacing while on calls, or using the stairs instead of the elevator. Tiny habits add up fast. The science of habit formation reveals a two-factor magic formula: fun and reinforcement. If the activity is something you genuinely enjoy, you're far more likely to stick with it. Add in the push of social accountability. A friend who's expecting you at the gym or a group hike, and suddenly skipping doesn't feel like an option. Think about it. Have you ever committed to something just because you didn't want to let someone else down? That's the power of positive pressure. And hey, it doesn't hurt when your gym buddy brings a bit of humor into the grind. Ultimately, compliance grows when exercise stops feeling like a chore and becomes part of who you are. Imagine a life where you crave daily movement because it elevates your mood, strengthens your body, and connects you with others. The tricky part is getting started. But once those habits lock in, they become second nature. So the question is, how can you take these lessons and turn them into lasting change? That's where everything we've discussed so far comes together. Now it's your turn. After everything you've learned, what's stopping you from taking that first step? Literally, walking just 10,000 steps a day might seem simple, but its impact is massive. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, about creating small, sustainable changes that breathe energy and longevity into your life. Imagine living stronger, feeling healthier, and having more years to make memories with the people you love. Why wouldn't you make that happen, starting today? So here's the challenge. Will you keep doing the bare minimum, or will you rise to the opportunity to invest in yourself? Will you keep letting excuses take control, or will you lace up your shoes and walk toward the life you deserve? It's all in your hands, or better yet, your feet. Don't overthink it. Start small, stay consistent, and let the results blow your mind. There's no better time to take charge of your health than right now. And hey, if you're serious about leveling up, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. This channel's packed with ideas, strategies, and inspiration to keep you moving, improving, and thriving. Your healthiest, happiest self is just one step away. Let's take it together.